Focus your attention and thoughts. This is Mekus with the Continence Club. I am back with another video. My email's in the description. Let me know what you need help with when it comes to controlling your mind. I will make a video topic on that. But today, we're bridging the gap. And the way we're going to bridge that gap is talking about your attention and how focusing it is truly what's really going to get you from your current situation to your desired situation. To sum this up, your attention is the ultimate creator. So the reason why you keep getting the experiences, the circumstances, the relationships, finances, your health, all of these things, the reason why they are where they are right now, a large part of that is because of where you're focusing your attention. I'm going to get in depth in this presentation, but wanted to give you a surface level thing for you to see for now. So let me just start off by addressing your current situation. It's easy to focus your attention and thoughts on the negatives over the positives. Trust me, it's easy. I've done it the majority of my life, and I'm sure that's something that you're still doing or you're getting better at. I'm not perfect at it either, but I don't even blame you for it. It's not your fault because this is how we've been brought up as a collective society. You see, a lot of people, when they're in certain situations, they might be strapped a little bit, financially, or things just might not be going right mentally. It's so easy to take all of the blame off of yourself and point it to somebody else to make you feel better, to justify the negativity that you feel in your heart. But, it's okay. Yeah, it really is, because you have the privilege to change this. You have the conscious awareness to understand that you can change this about yourself. This is what separates you from a lot of other people, and is why I'm sure sooner rather than later you're going to get to your desired situation, because you're aware of who you are. You're aware of your attention and your thoughts. So you're already ahead of the majority of people. So your desired situation, it requires for you to have a controlled attention span and only entertain thoughts you want to ultimately command your subconscious mind in order to manifest your reality. So what I basically mean by this is that you have to literally control where your attention is going. Like whatever it is that you're consuming media wise, what you're focusing on, the narrative in the back of your mind, literally you have to control this in a way that is in alignment with your desired situation, with who you want to be, so that you can start to attract those circumstances into your life. You see, because the reason why you feel like it's an empty loop, you feel like it's a hamster wheel effect, you can call it, in your current situation, is because you're not thinking about the person that you want to become. You're not thinking about how they walk. You're not thinking about how they talk. You're not thinking about how they think. You're not thinking about anything in the lines of your desired situation. You're thinking about all the negative things coming to you in your current situation. That's why you remain stuck. That's why you remain stagnant. I hope this is starting to make sense. And this is why the majority of people live the same lives. This is why the majority of people think the same thoughts, and they're kind of just stuck to where they're at, because this is how we operate as a collective society. And so you see that there's a little bit of fault in that, because a lot of people aren't really happy about where they are in life. Like, for instance, this is why you're watching this video, to get from your current situation to your desired situation, because you understand that the way we're doing things as a society hasn't been right for you, at least. So you see, and this is the case for many people, they just go through their lives in a state of unconsciousness. And like I said, this is why you're different. So unlike you, their minds are filled with doubts, they're filled with fears and limiting beliefs. So how can they get to their desired situation, right? If their minds are filled with doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs, how can you get here if your mind is filled with these doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs? So why do you think they remain stuck, right? It's because of where the attention and focus is at, right? So like I said, this is why the majority of people live the same life, and the only constant in the world is change. This is a quote that I heard a lot growing up, that the only constant in the world is change. And this is very true, because think about it. This world would be very boring if it didn't change. But yet we're scared of change. I was scared of change for a long time. And I'm sure you are too, especially till this day, especially trying things new, right? a lot of these things don't really sit right in your heart, but the only way you're going to grow and evolve and realize your potential and fulfill it here is through change. It's through embracing it. And it's all about perspective, like I talk about in my videos. It's how you look at it, right? And so to get a little bit further into this demonstration, to allow you to understand the power of your focus, attention, and thoughts, your subconscious mind is really where it all comes from, right? And being able to double down and focus, just like this magnifying glass in which the sun rays are going through, the more you're able to concentrate and focus, the more that you can get things done, the more you can bring things into existence a lot faster. And the thing is, you can get a lot of things done in half of the time if you put your full undivided attention into it. You see, because your subconscious mind really has no control over what's good for you and what isn't. It's literally just there. It only creates what you focus on. Let me say that again. Your subconscious mind, right? It only creates what you focus on. So just like this magnifying glass, what are you focusing on? These negative thoughts, is that what you're focusing on? Because when you especially apply emotion to those negative thoughts, you're really speeding up the process in which, negative occurrences, circumstances, and stuff like that is going to come about into your life, right? So like at this point, abundance, scarcity, love, happiness, anger, betrayal, inspiration, anything, whatever you focus on is what you're going to get, right? You get what you give. As much as you give, you get back in return. So to avoid what you don't want, practice controlling your attention, and you're going to literally have the world in your hands. So to really put the nail in the coffin here, to have your desired situation, practice to be conscious of what you entertain in your mind. That's literally what it boils down to. And focus your energy on thinking thoughts that are in alignment with who you want to become. And successful people really understand this. And the successes that I found in my life, I was even doing it unconsciously, and you might even have too, and not really realized what you've been doing all along, right? So in order for you to really get yourself in alignment, these are things that I found help me and that can be relevant to you as well. And these are things that you might be doing as well, but it really comes down to doubling down on this and being consistent so that you are in full control of your mind. Things such as setting random alarms throughout the day to help you balance yourself, to bring your focus back onto your thoughts and your awareness. This really helps because when you do this, you're really going to have you're going to be able to indicate certain thoughts that are coming into your mind and be able to filter those thoughts and transmute it into something that's better. That's what the alarms is going to help you with throughout the day, to help give you that reminder. Maintaining a journal or a digital book where you can spill your thoughts unapologetically and in a place without judgment. This really helps focus your attention and thoughts onto what's going on in your life and focusing on, making changes. And setting intentions before bed is very important, and is something that's really going to skyrocket the quality of your life. And setting those intentions as well at the beginning of the day is really going to help you, because your day really just starts the day before. It doesn't even start the morning of. Your day starts the day before. So setting an intention to have present moment awareness and focus your attention and thoughts, it's really going to help you whenever it comes to being the controller of your mind, right? So affirmations, right? Speaking life into yourself. Do you speak life into yourself, or do you speak death? Do you speak limiting beliefs? Do you speak fear into your mind, right? Being able to reaffirm yourself as the person in your desired situation is going to take you places, and it's really going to help bring about your whatever it is that you want. Meditation helps. Setting time aside 5 minutes a day of just focusing on your inner dialogue, focusing on, the present moment is really going to help you whenever thoughts come into your mind and be able to place them in the right buckets. And the clean diet, I found that being able to eat clean, you won't your mind won't race a lot. Whenever I find that I'm eating sugar in particular, a lot of it, my mind is going in all sorts of directions. It's harder for me to control the thought transmissions that are coming through my mind. So I just want to give you some daily motivation as you go about your day. You might be in the gym listening to this. You might be in the comfort of your own home. You might be on the go, whatever it is. I just want you at this moment and moving forward to make a sacred commitment to yourself. I want you to promise that you will never act again from a consciousness of defeat. I want to let you know that you are a winner. You really are. You can have whatever it is that you want in this life as long as you work towards it and you stay true to yourself. So promise that you will maintain a victorious attitude regardless of appearances. That no matter what's going on in your life, you're always going to think from a higher perspective. You're going to think from an abundance mindset. You're going to think from a situation that is going to be advantageous to you. So this is the moment where everything changes, right here, right now. It doesn't start tomorrow like you always tell yourself that it's going to. I know I did it a lot. It starts now, right? Move forward, not as someone hoping to win, but as someone who's already won. Live from the end. Live not as someone who's becoming victorious, but as victory personified, because your desired situation is ultimately yours. This is Mekus with the Continence Club. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you on the other side. And until next time.